Welcome to IELTS preparation course, video number 9, titled Speaking section. Moving on to IELTS speaking test, 11 to 14 minutes long, greeting and ID check or verification in part 0. At the very beginning and after greetings, the examiner will ask you, number 1, can you tell me your full name please? And you answer, my name is, and then mention your full name. Number 2, can you tell me where you're from? And you answer, I am from, and then mention your country name and the town you live in. Number 3, can I see your identification please? And you can answer, sure, here it is, of course, here you are, definitely, here you go. Moving on to the first part of IELTS speaking test, which will be in the form of questions about yourself. If you are a student, the examiner may ask you, what subject are you studying? Why did you choose this subject? What do you plan to do after you finish your studies? After that, you may be asked, what do you usually do on weekends? What do you think you will do next weekend? Do you enjoy your weekends now more than you did when you were a child? How is it important for you to relax at the end of the week? What sort of music do you usually enjoy listening to? Has the kind of music you like changed over the years? Do you prefer to listen to live music or recorded music, and why? Do you think listening to music helps you to study? Moving on to the second part of IELTS speaking test, the examiner will give you a topic to talk about for 1 or 2 minutes. You will have a minute to prepare your talk. The topic is based on your personal experiences and feelings. They may ask you to describe a special gift you gave to someone. And here, note that you'll need to speak in the past tense. For example, the questions may start with, do you enjoy giving gifts and why? The picture below is a sample of a cue card that identifies and introduces the topic to you. It's a piece of paper on which the topic is written. Moving on to the third part of IELTS speaking test, you will be asked some more questions related to the topic introduced in part 2. For example, the examiner may ask, in what occasions do your family members give gifts to each other in your country? Do people spend a lot of time on this? What are the kinds of gifts do children usually give to their parents? How important is it to give gifts within families? Afterwards, you may be asked, what sort of international aids do countries give to other countries? And here, you'll need to speak about food aids, medical aids, psychological aids, and financial aids. And after that, the examiner may ask, what makes governments motivate to give or send aids to other countries? Do you think giving gifts is always helpful? Moving on to the common or familiar topics of IELTS speaking test, the topics are often about friends, family, sports, music, study, weekend, hobbies and interests, education and work, culture and traditions, travel and tourism, future plans and aspirations, art, and especially describing a piece of art you have recently seen. Moving on to the requirements for speaking test, they are 4 requirements. Number 1, pronunciation. Number 2, fluency and coherence. Number 3, vocabulary or lexical resource. Number 4, grammar. Moving on to tips to consider. Number 1, be confident and trust yourself. Number 2, be friendly and try to show your smile. Number 3, eye contact. Facial expressions enhance your confidence when speaking. Number 4, excitement. Try to show your interest and attention. Number 5, vocabulary. Try to keep as many as you can. Number 6, try to avoid using I like and instead use I enjoy, I really love, I prefer, I am fond of, I am keen on. Number 7, expand your answers and use long context. For example, if you are asked, where were you born? For example, if you were born in Cairo, Egypt, you can answer, I was born in Cairo, which is the capital of Egypt and one of the most important governments there. For example, if you were born in Dubai, UAE, you can answer, I was born in Dubai, one of the most famous Emirates full of tourist attractions located in the United Arab Emirates. Number 8, practice with your friends and relatives as much as you can before the exam. Moving on to what you shouldn't do in IELTS speaking test. Number 1, don't speak with a monotone. Number 2, don't give yes/no answers. Number 3, don't repeat the question. Number 4, don't go off the topic. Stick to what they're asking you. Number 5, don't answer I don't know. Number 6, don't speak too quickly or slowly. Number 7, don't speak quietly. Speak loudly with confidence. Number 8, don't worry about perfect English. Don't worry about your accent. Just speak fluently. Number 9, if you did any grammatical mistakes, move on and don't stop so that you can give yourself the chance to complete the contest. The following part of the video contains 2 full IELTS speaking test videos to watch and see how the speaking test works and how it can be like.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Phil Smith. Can you tell me your full name, please?
My name is Sausan Hassan.
Thank you. And can you tell me where you're from?
I'm from Syria.
Can I see your identification,
Yes,
please?
sure.
Thank you, that's fine. Now, in this first part, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself. Let's talk about what you do. Do you work or are you a student?
I'm a student.
And what subject are you studying?
English literature.
Why did you choose this subject?
Well, I like literature very much, and English is international language, so English literature is one of the best majors I've ever studied, so I like it very much.
What do you hope to do when you finish your studies?
Well, I'm planning to complete my higher studies. I'll be doing an MA, and eventually I'll be doing a PhD to be a professor in English literature.
Now let's talk about weekends. What do you usually do at the weekend?
Well, usually I go to visit my relatives or even friends, but sometimes I stay at home just for if I have exams or something to study, so I just stay at home. But most of my time, actually, I spend it with my friends, going out for to drink something or to have fun, enjoy it.
What do you think you'll do next weekend?
Well, next weekend I have to go to a trip to York, and I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, why?
Well, because I've heard that York, it's a very ancient city, and the Vikings were there, and I like the ancient things and I like history.
Do you enjoy your weekends now more than you did when you were a child?
Well, not really. When I was a child, I just spent all my weekends playing, but now I have lots of concerns. Sometimes I have to stay at home to study, so no, when I was a child, I enjoyed most.
How important is it for you to relax at the end of the week?
Well, it is very important because you just relax out of the whole week because you were studying or working. So you need peace and relax and sometimes to take a great time of sleeping just to prepare yourself for the next week.
Let's talk about music. What sort of music do you usually enjoy listening to?
Well, I like music very much because I'm a singer myself. I like to sing, so I have a great taste of music. I like the classical, I like the Arabic music, and so music is very important. I have to listen to music all the day.
Has the kind of music you like changed over the years?
Well, yes, it changed because I used to listen to the almost I mean it's slow music, and nowadays it's just in the very fast and sometimes techno, and I don't like this kind of music. I still listen to the music that I liked, and I still have the same CDs, and all the time I listen. I sometimes listen to this music, the new music, but I don't like it. I just like to listen to the music that I liked when I was a child.
Do you prefer listening to live music or recorded music?
Well, recorded. I don't like live music because
Why?
I feel always the singer is not good in live music, so I feel that recorded is better.
Do you think listening to music helps you study?
Yes, I always listen to music when I'm studying. Sometimes my friends make fun of me because I'm not concentrating, but actually it makes me more concentrated.
Thank you. Now, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes.
Here's some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here's your topic. And I'd like you to describe a special gift or present you gave to someone. All right. Remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes for this, so don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time is up. Can you start speaking now, please?
Okay. The special gift actually I gave to my mother, and it was a necklace in the Mother Day. And actually I've been to different shops to search for what am I going to give my mother, because giving her anything is just, you feel it, it's very simple. But I looked for different shops, and I then decided to take a very lovely necklace, and it wasn't that much expensive because I was I had the money for it. So, and I asked the salesman to wrap it for me in a very colored papers, and I just tried to put the red tie on it, and then I hide it in my. I didn't tell her about it till the party, because we usually make a party for my mother in the Mother Day, so I didn't tell her about it till at the party. And when I gave it to her, she was really happy very much, and she was almost in tears because she really liked it, and she told me, no matter how simple it is, since you think about giving me anything, so that's really great. So I was really happy for really giving her this present, and she is wearing it every time when she goes out, and she always tell her friends about it. Look what my daughter brought to me in the Mother Day. So I really was proud and happy that she really liked it. Yeah. And so every time I see it, she really she's really proud of it. And
do you enjoy giving gifts?
yes, I really enjoy. I like even to take gifts, but I enjoy giving gifts to my friends or to the members of my family, because it shows that you are thinking of them and you really care for them.
Thank you. Can I have the booklet and the paper and pencil back, please?
Yes.
We've been talking about a special gift you gave to someone, and I'd like to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. Let's consider first of all giving gifts in families. On what occasions do family members give gifts to each other in Syria?
Well, usually they give gifts on birthdays, in special occasions like, for example, the Eid in my country, and in Christmas time. So, and sometimes if anybody was graduated from college or from school, and somebody who is get out of a hospital and he's now in a very good health, so we usually give them presents and gifts.
Do people tend to spend a lot of money on gifts?
Sometimes, yeah, but it depends on the person that you are giving the gifts, and it depends on your own financial status.
Okay, let's talk about the type of gifts that children give to adults and their families. What sort of gifts do they give?
This is really interesting, because the children always tend to think from their own view, that for example, if a small child is going to give his father or mother a gift, he's going to tend to give him a kind of a toy maybe, or something that is the father or the mother won't use, but because the child think that I like this, so I want to give it to my father. So they always give it from their point of view, that because I like this, my father is going to like it. So it's really interesting. The child, it's very simple and sometimes very humble. The gifts.
So at what age do children start to choose gifts for their parents, do you think?
Well, it depends how the parents brought them up. Sometimes I think it's when they start to recognize the real relationships, because when they were before 7 or before 6 years old, they tend not to recognize what does it mean to give a gift or to give, and even they don't recognize the relationships. But after 7, I think they start to recognize and to feel that I need to give a present to my father or mother, as they are giving me, and every time I have an occasion.
So how important do you think giving gifts is
Well,
within families?
Yeah, it is important, because you always give them the feeling that you are really caring for them, and you really think of them. And whenever you give them things that they like, you feel that you're really all the time thinking of them. And it's also tied up the relationships and makes it more strong. Yeah.
Thank you. Right, let's move on from personal gifts to international gifts, if you want, and talk about international aid. What sort of aid do countries give to other countries?
Well, sometimes it gives the international aids whenever a country is in need for something and the country cannot afford to make it or to bring it, so the other countries will help her, for example, in food aids, and especially in disasters and when something bad happened to this country, so they're going to give it food aids, sometimes medical aids, sometimes psychological aids, as we do, because I work in the Red Crescent, so I know what does it mean to give a psychological aids for sometimes for refugees, or for even to go for the near countries that really need. For example, in my country, we go to Iraq or to Lebanon when the invasion, and so we help them psychologically to just pass and get over this problem.
So what do you think motivates government to give aid to other countries?
Well, it is important because I feel that it's let us recognize ourselves that at the end we are all human beings and we are living in the same club, and it's like a small village, and we are all members of the same the same land. So I feel it's just really makes the relationships more strong, and it gives you it really lets you feel like your humanity at the end.
And do you think the aid is always helpful?
Yes, I think so. Because whenever you think of giving aid to other countries, I mean, it's when they are in need. I mean, it's really helpful.
Thank you very much. That is the end of the speaking test.
Well, are you ready?
Yes.
From here starts the speaking test. This is the speaking mock test of the International English Language Testing System taking place in Ras IELTS Academy. The candidate is Bahar Fakhri Muqaddam. The candidate number is 014-13278. The examiner is Joseph. Examiner number 443533. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Joseph. Would you please tell me your full name?
My name is Bahar Fakhri Muqaddam.
And what can I call you?
Bahar.
Can I see your identification, please?
Sure.
Perfect, thank you. All right. In the first part of the exam, I will ask you some personal questions. First, I'd like to ask you about friends. What kind of people do you like to have as friends?
Actually, I don't have many friends, but I try to become friends to people who are confident, because I believe they can give that confidence to me too.
Do you like face-to-face conversations with people?
Yes, I prefer meet my friends because I'm not a huge fan of chatting on social media.
And how often do you meet your friends?
Actually, when I was younger, I used to meet them at least once a week, but these days, because of this pandemic, I couldn't see them.
Now let's move on to talk about taking a break. How often do you take a break?
To be honest, I like to go on holidays. After my exams, I prefer to have a short road trips.
What do you usually do during a break?
We usually go to north of Iran on holidays, and I always go to beach.
Do you prefer a long break or several short breaks?
Definitely several short breaks. I think they're better than a long break.
Now let's move on to talk about science. Did you like science as a subject back in school?
Definitely no, because my major is not related to science. I study math.
What kind of science lessons did you take at school?
I have chemistry and physics.
And how has science helped you learn better?
As I mentioned, I'm not good at science at all, but I think if I practice more, chemistry lessons would help me a lot in my physics.
All right, so this is the end of part 1. In part 2, I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make notes if you wish. But don't worry if I stopped you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Now, the topic is, describe a thing that you bought and felt very pleased about it. Here's your cue card. Here's your pen.
Thank you.
And you have 1 minute to think about it and make notes. Your 1 minute time starts now.
All right, your 1 minute preparation time is over, and you can speak for up to 2 minutes starting from now.
I want to talk about a book. It named I Could Leave Me If I Could. I Leave Me If I Could. It's written by my favorite singer. Her name is Halsey. She's an American singer, and the book is a collection of poetry. I really enjoy to read these poems because I'm very interested to know people's lives and their stories, and this book is also about her life, what is like as a well-known person, and her mental issues and these things. And I should add another thing that is very important for me. It's my camera. Actually, it's a gift which my dad gave me 3 years ago. However, I don't go to any related courses about photography. I believe I can take good photos, and my family always tells me that I have talent in it. Unfortunately, these days, because I don't have much free time, I can't go to photography courses, but I'm planning to do it in the summer. But I don't think I'm going to do it as a professional work, because I'm not interested to do this as a job.
All right, your 2 minute time is over. Please hand me back a pen and a paper. Thank you. All right, now let's move on to part 3. We've been talking about something you bought that you felt so pleased about it. And now I'd like to ask you some questions related to this. Do people in your country try new gadgets and appliances in the market? Why? Why not?
I don't think so. I think Iranian people don't like to somehow try new things. Maybe the most important reason is we can't easily access to new gadgets in our country, and we have to wait for a while to be able to buy them.
And some people find it easy to follow instructions while assembling a gadget, but others find it difficult. Why is it so?
I think always when we want to try a new thing, it could be different for us, but after a while it will easier and be used to it.
All right. Do people feel uncomfortable using new products at home or work? Why and why not?
As I mentioned, it's not easy for them at first, but I think when they used to it, they become interested in them.
Do people feel, well, this is what I asked already. Do advertisements play a key role in promoting innovative and trendy products these days?
Definitely yes, because I think advertisements introduce us new things, and without them we can't be aware of what is trend these days.
And are people now preferring to buy local products than imported items? Why and why not?
Could you please?
Sure, I'll go again. Are people now preferring to buy local products than imported ones? Why and why not?
I don't think so because I'm not like this. I prefer to buy important things, not just simple things.
And do you think good decision making can be taught?
I think schools have um, plays actually the most important role these days, and we can learn a lot of things, not just about our subjects from school. But unfortunately, in my country, it's not like this, and our schools just focus on education. They don't introduce us gadgets and how we can use technology.
And did you have the same experience?
Yes, for sure. But I think they have to add some more useful classes, like how we can use computers, because I think most of people know this, how to use computers, but maybe someone don't know it, and the schools have to learn them.
All right, this is the end of the speaking test. Now you can take a deep breath and relax, and please give me 2 minutes time to review your performance.
Okay.